are places where time doesn't behave the way it should. People have entered these locations for what felt like minutes, but when they came back, hours or even days had passed. And the strangest part, some of them say they were not alone. Time is something we all trust. It moves forward, second by second, predictable, stable, real. But what if that's not always true? What if in certain places, time can slow down, speed up, or even break? Today, we're exploring real stories of people who experienced something they could never explain. Places where time doesn't move normally. Case 1. The Looping Forest. Deep in a remote forest, a man decided to go for a short walk. Nothing unusual, no warnings, no signs, just silence and trees. He walked for what felt like 20 minutes, but something started to feel off. The air became heavier. The sounds around him disappeared. Even the wind stopped. He checked his watch. It had stopped. At first, he thought it was broken, but then something even stranger happened. He tried to leave, but no matter which direction he chose, the forest looked exactly the same, like he was walking in circles, or worse, like the place itself was looping. After what felt like a short time, he finally found his way out, relieved, confused, shaken. But when he returned home, his family was in panic. They had been looking for him for over 2 days. Case 2. The Silent Room. In an abandoned building, there's a room people avoid, not because of what's inside, but because of what happens when you enter. Several visitors reported the same thing. The moment they stepped inside, everything became silent. Not normal silence, complete silence. No echoes, no outside noise, nothing. One person described it as being cut off from reality. They stayed inside for what they believed was a few minutes, but when they walked out, their phone showed something impossible. Almost 3 hours had passed, and none of them could remember what happened inside. Stories like this are easy to dismiss until you realize they all share the same details: silence, disorientation, lost time, and a feeling that something is watching. Case 3. The Time Slip Street. Some experiences are even harder to explain because they don't just involve lost time, they involve different time. A woman was walking through a city, one she had visited many times before. Everything was normal, cars passing by, people talking, lights changing. Then suddenly, everything went quiet. Not completely silent, but wrong. The sound felt distant, like she was hearing the world from far away. She looked around, and that's when she noticed it. The cars were gone. The street, empty. The buildings, older. Not abandoned, just different. Like she had stepped into the same place, but in another time. She saw people walking normally, but their clothes were from decades ago. No phones, no modern items, nothing familiar. She tried to speak to someone. No response, not even a reaction. It was like she didn't exist there. Panic started to build. She turned around, trying to leave, but every direction looked the same. The same street, the same people, the same silence. Then, in a single moment, everything snapped back. Sound returned instantly. Cars rushed past her. People bumped into her. The world was normal again, but her heart was still racing because she knew what she saw was real. But what if these aren't just isolated incidents? What if these places exist all over the world? So, What is happening in these places? Some scientists believe this could be linked to the brain under extreme stress or in unfamiliar environments. The brain can distort time, moments can stretch, or collapse completely. But that doesn't explain why multiple people experience the exact same thing in the exact same place. Others suggest strong magnetic fields or natural anomalies could interfere with perception. But again, that doesn't explain the missing time or the shared experiences. Then there are more extreme theories, ideas that go beyond science. Some believe these places are thin points in reality, areas where different layers of time overlap, where the past and present exist at the same time. And sometimes people accidentally step into the wrong one. Others think these are glitches, moments where reality fails, where the rules don't apply anymore. And for a brief moment, you see something you were never supposed to see. But none of these theories explain the most disturbing cases, because sometimes people don't just lose time. Sometimes they come back changed. Case 4, the returned man. One of the most disturbing cases involved a man who disappeared without a trace. Search teams looked for him for days. No signs, no clues, nothing. It was as if he had vanished. Then, suddenly, he came back, walking out of the same area where he disappeared, alone, dirty, disoriented, terrified. At first, he refused to speak. He wouldn't answer questions. He wouldn't explain anything. He just kept repeating that something was wrong. Eventually, he agreed to talk, but what he said only made things worse. He claimed he hadn't been gone for days. For him, it had only been a few hours. He described being in a place that looked similar, but felt completely different. The sky, darker, the air, heavier, and the silence, unbearable. But he wasn't alone. He said he could feel something else there. Not visible, not clear, but present, watching, following, waiting. And just before he found his way back, he heard something, a voice, not speaking words, but making a sound he couldn't describe. When they asked him where he had been, he said, "I don't think it was here." We like to believe that time is constant, that it moves forward the same way, everywhere. But these stories suggest something else, that maybe time is not a straight line. Maybe it bends, maybe it breaks, and maybe there are places where the rules of reality no longer apply. Places where if you step in, you might not come back the same. If this made you question reality, you're not ready for what comes next, because some places aren't just unexplained, they're still active.